Hello everybody. So in this video, we are going to discuss two questions on the basis of recurrence relation in case of quadratic equations. So in quadratic equations, you get many questions many a times in examinations like Olympiads and IIT JEE on the basis of recurrence relations. These are two simple questions on the basis of recurrence relations in case of quadratic equations. So over here, you have got this quadratic equation and Sn is given over here. Then you have to find the relation between S12, S11 and S10. Now you see in this type of question, if you will use any other method, like if you will try to find the values of alpha and beta, where alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, and you'll try to plug in over there, it will take too much of time. That's not required. So what we will do in that case, we will use the actual equation for it. So you see, you've been given with this equation where alpha and beta are its roots. So alpha will satisfy this equation, guys. So alpha square minus alpha minus 1 is equal to 0 over here. You see. So therefore we can write alpha square to be equal to alpha plus 1. Correct? Now you see, we have been given to find, S12, 11 and 10. It means alpha raised to the power 11, 10 and 12, something like this we have to get over here. So guys, can we multiply by alpha raised to the power 10 on both the sides of this equation? Obviously you can do that. You can multiply by the same thing on both the sides of an equation until unless it is 0, because you cannot do that by 0, right? So this will give you what? Alpha raised to the power 12, and that is equal to, this into alpha raised to the power 10 into alpha, that is alpha raised to the power 11 plus alpha raised to the power 10. I hope that is clear. Now you see, beta is also a root of this quadratic equation. So beta will obviously satisfy the same quadratic equation. So same thing with beta will also be there. That is beta raised to the power 12 is equal to beta raised to the power 11 plus beta raised to the power 10. That's it. Now you see over here, Sn is given. It is 2023 alpha raised to the power n, 2024 beta raised to the power n. You see, these things are just given to trick. They're just given to scare you. Now basically, if you take this thing, if you find S12, what is that? S12 will be, in place of n, you have to put 12 over there. So that is 2023 alpha raised to the power 12 plus 2024 beta raised to the power 12. I hope that is clear over here, guys. Now you see, in place of, let's first simplify this. In place of alpha raised to the power 12, can't we put this thing? So that is alpha raised to the power 11 plus alpha raised to the power 10 plus 2024. In place of beta raised to the power 12, I can put this beta raised to the power 11 plus beta raised to the power 10. Now you can just open up the bracket and simplify. So you see over here, basically what will you get? You will get 2023 alpha raised to the power 11 plus 2024 beta raised to the power 11 plus, if you open up this bracket, it is 2023 alpha raised to the power 10 plus, if I open up this bracket, it is 2024 beta raised to the power 10. I hope this situation is clear. Now you see, what is this, guys? What is this and what is this? You see over here, if I put n is equal to 11, you'll get 2023 alpha raised to the power 11 plus 2024 beta raised to the power 11. So what does it mean? This is nothing but S11. In the same manner, if you put n is equal to 10 over here, you'll get 2023 alpha raised to the power 10 plus 2024 beta raised to the power 10. So what does it mean? This thing is nothing but S10. See, that's a direct relation over here. S12 is equal to S11 plus S10. That's the answer. I hope that is clear. So these type of questions, I mean, they come in the category of recurrence relation in case of quadratic equations. Otherwise, recurrence relations are there at other places as well, like Fibonacci, sequence and all that. Maybe I don't know how to exactly pronounce that, right? So you see, let's see one more question on the basis of this. If alpha and beta are the roots of this quadratic equation, again, these values are just given to scare you. That's it. It's exactly the same type like the previous one. And if an is given alpha raised to the power n minus beta raised to the power n, and you have to find the value of this expression. That's it. So it's exactly like the previous question. No difference is there, guys. So you see, if I find A10, what is that? A10 will be what from this? A10 will be alpha raised to the power 10 minus beta raised to the power 10. In the same manner, A8 and A9. So you can just plug in the values over there. This is alpha raised to the power 10 minus beta raised to the power 10 minus 2 into A8 will be what, guys? Alpha raised to the power 8 minus beta raised to the power 8. And in the denominator, it is what? 1011.5. And A9 will be alpha raised to the power 9 minus beta raised to the power 9. So it means we have to find a relation between these things. Alpha raised to the power 10 minus beta raised to the power 10, alpha raised to the power 8 minus beta raised to the power 8, and alpha raised to the power 9 minus beta raised to the power 9. And obviously again, recurrence relation will be used from the quadratic equation itself. No bother about that. So you see, you can write it like this. That is 2023x plus 2. Correct? I hope this situation is clear. So you see, alpha and beta are the roots of this quadratic equation. So this will be satisfied by alpha and beta over here. So you can say that alpha square, that is equal to 2023 alpha plus 2 over here, right? Now we want a relation between, you see, 10, 8 and 9. So again, like the previous question, can I multiply by alpha raised to the power 8 on both the sides of this equation? So you see, alpha square into alpha raised to the power 8 will give you alpha raised to the power 10. And over here, this will give you 2023 alpha raised to the power 9 plus 2 into alpha raised to the power 8. Now you see, beta is also a root of this quadratic equation. So beta will also have the same logic. So you can say beta raised to the power 10 is also equal to 2023 beta raised to the power 9 plus 2 into beta raised to the power 8. That's it. Now we just have to put these things over here. You'll get the answer after simplification. Let's see that. So alpha raised to the power 10 over here is what? This thing, guys. So that is 2023 alpha raised to the power 9 plus 2 into alpha raised to the power 8. Then you have got minus beta raised to the power 10 will be what, guys? That is this 2023 beta raised to the power 9, 2023 beta raised to the power 9 plus 2 into beta raised to the power 8. And then you have got minus 2 into alpha raised to the power 8 minus beta raised to the power 8. And in the denominator, you have got 1011.5 multiplied by alpha raised to the power 9 minus beta raised to the power 9. That's it. I hope it's clear up till here, guys. So now you just have to open up the bracket, guys, and just you have to simplify. Okay. Now you see 2 alpha raised to the power 8 and then 2 alpha raised to the power 8 will be cancelled out. And then you can further do it with 2023 alpha raised to the power 9. And then if I open up the bracket, minus 2023 beta raised to the power 9. And then you see minus 2 beta raised to the power 8. And then you see minus minus plus 2 beta raised to the power 8. And in the denominator, what is that, guys? That is 1011.5 into alpha raised to the power 9 minus beta raised to the power 9. Now you see, this will get cancelled out. So from here you can just take 2023 as common, guys. you will be left with alpha raised to the power 9 minus beta raised to the power 9, and in the denominator it is 1011.5 multiplied by alpha raised to the power 9 minus beta raised to the power 9. So you see, this will be cancelled out. So basically the values were, put like that. This is basically twice of it. So you see, 2 is the answer. You can obviously check the calculation. I guess that's correct. So you see, if you know that it can be done using recurrence relation, then these type of questions can be handled very easily. Otherwise, if you'll go for other things like Vieta's relations and all that, then hell of a tough these things will become. I hope that's clear, guys. That's all we needed to discuss over here on the Infinity Learn Class 9 and 10 YouTube channel. In this thing, obviously, there is no end to it. You can keep on doing questions. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Infinity Learn Class 9 and 10 YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe to the Telegram channel as well, because whatever is being discussed in live sessions, you can get the PDF of them in the next 1 hour. Bye-bye, guys. Take care, everybody.